It is my profound pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Allison Laffoon. Dr. Laffoon is a 2017 graduate of Trinity School of Medicine. She matched into general surgery residency at the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio, Texas. Presently, Dr. Laffoon is in a facial and body cosmetic surgery fellowship in Nashville, Tennessee. We are so thankful that Dr. Laffoon took time out of her busy schedule to join us today. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Laffoon, our keynote speaker.
Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations to each and every one of you on your acceptance to Trinity. Secondly, it's such an honor to be here with y'all as you take the first step to become a physician. I remember donning my white coat like it was yesterday, when in fact it's been exactly 10 years since I sat in these seats and arrived on this beautiful island. The journey I've been on to be standing here before you has been such a wonderful, stressful, and unbelievable roller coaster. One that I survived with the unconditional support and love from the friends I made along the way. The Beatles really had it right when they said I get by with a little help from my friends, or in my case, a lot of help. They've been my confidants, my advisors, my study partners, and evolved into my colleagues, my unofficial therapists, and more. But through it all, remained my closest friends, and they sat in these seats along with me. Take a moment to look around today. These are the people who will understand exactly what you're going through on any given day. Most of you have left your home, your family, your friends, your pets, and more. Some of you may have been lucky enough to have some of your family along with you for the ride. But these people sitting beside you will quickly become your closest friends and evolve into your family. The people are what differentiate Trinity from any other medical school. My story is probably very similar to many of yours. I knew I wanted to be a physician early in life, but the road to get here was, well, let's just say, unexpected and full of twists and turns. I finally found Trinity, and as they say, the rest is history. I recently, as Dr. Jack Edwards mentioned, completed my general surgery residency in Texas, and I'm currently in fellowship in Nashville. It's been quite a thrilling journey, one that I'm happy to share in more detail with anyone, but for now, I'll continue reminiscing on what I refer to as the good old island days, and try to give you some pieces of advice and things I wish I had known when I sat in your seats. First and foremost, don't get ahead of yourself. It's so easy to think, okay, I made it to med school, I got my white coat. Now I have to figure out what I want to practice, where I want to practice, and how my future will look. Getting ready for residency interviews, applications, etc. Try not to fall into this trap. Focus on learning the basics, anatomy, physiology, etc. These courses are the foundation on which you will build your practice and what your future patients will trust in with their lives. Do not take this privilege for granted. While it's fun and tempting to look into the future, focus on today. Learn the material well, understand it instead of just memorizing it. You're entering a field of lifelong learning, and the foundation that you build here will carry you through your career. You are your first patient. I realize this is probably different than other advice you'll hear later on, where the patient always comes first. And I guess that's true, but you should always consider yourself as your first patient. You need to listen to your own advice, as hard as that may be. You can't care for others if you don't first care for yourself. Study hard, get a routine, sleep well, and have fun. Enjoy this beautiful island. The time will fly by, trust me. And you'll regret not hiking the volcano, going to the waterfalls, sailing the Grenadines, swimming with sea turtles, visiting the botanical gardens, volunteering, learning to scuba dive, spending time with the VSPCA, the Red Cross, the World Pediatric Project, and more. These opportunities are rare and unique, and Vincentians are genuine and kind. Take advantage of it. Don't lose that chip on your shoulder. For many of you, the journey to get here has not been easy, and I hate to be the one to tell you this, but it's not going to get any easier. Focus on what you can control and forget the things you can't. Don't get complacent. Everyone in your position across the world is smart, driven, and has the same goals as you do. Medical school admissions increased nearly 20% since 2012 in the US alone, and for the first time in history, side note, the majority are women. Not to mention there was also a 40% increase in the applications received to medical school across the United States. The acceptance rate this year was 42%, which is the highest it's been since the early 2000s. Despite all of that data, available residency positions have been slower to increase. All that to say, the hard work has truly just begun. On a more positive note, more data from the 2022 NRMP match reports the highest match rate for international medical students, both US and non-US citizens, in history. Think progress, not perfection. This is a marathon, not a sprint. The miles will continue to pass as long as you keep your feet moving. You'll never be perfect, and yet you will strive for perfection in every patient encounter because that's what the job demands. Learn to live within that dichotomy and to learn from your mistakes, because no matter what you do, complications will occur. Don't be ashamed to need help for anything, ever. All you can do is your best. Anything less than your best is to cheat yourself of your potential, and that just leads to regret. Your best will vary from day to day, and that's okay. It's always better to do something right than to do it quickly. Go to sleep. There are no problems too big or too hard that can't be helped or solved by a full 8 hours of rest. Every major physiological system within the body is enhanced by your sleep. And as beneficial as sleep is for your body, the brain receives arguably the most extraordinary enrichment from our slumber. Sleep before learning prepares the mind for the initial encoding of new memories. Sleep after learning supports the subsequent consolidation of those memories, decreasing the likelihood of forgetting. The best bridge between despair and hope is a good night's sleep. There's an old adage that I've heard many times throughout my training. The days are long, but the years are short. It's been 10 short years since I was sitting right where you are. And honestly, it feels like just yesterday at times. What I want you to do as you continue on your journey is to think about what you want in life. Visualize how you want your life to look, and then go make it happen. Create that life every single day. Truly live your lives now, because time keeps ticking away, the miles keep passing, whether you like it or not. And the next time you look up from your path, it may very well be you standing up here imparting your words of wisdom onto the next generation of physicians. So let me leave you with a quote from Seneca. Putting things off is the biggest waste of time. It snatches away each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising us the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? To what goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Thank you, and welcome to the noblest profession.